Testing, testing, testing. Y'all give me a sound check. Make sure y'all can hear me. Give me a sound check. Can y'all hear me? Let me get a sound check. Can y'all hear me? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up, Daryl? It's been a while, man. Been a while. What's up, Green Dragon? What's up, Mom Spaghetti? Can y'all hear me? Y'all give me a sound check. Press 1 if y'all can hear me. Okay, you hear me clearly? Okay, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. What's up, Texas Plates? Yeah, look at here, man. Yeah, ain't that something, man? Yeah, man. Okay, what's up? What's up, Rangeman? Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all still showing up. It's been a while. I know I ain't been on here in a while. I've been having other stuff to do, man. You know, been having other stuff to do. What's up, Fizz Wiz? What's up, Lenny? Shout out to you, Lenny. Yeah, man. What's up? What's up? So, man, what's the sentiment like, man? What's the sentiment like? Hey, it's been an interesting few months. You know, I don't think I went live. Matter of fact, let me look at my channel right quick because I don't even know when the last time I really went live. Let's go to YouTube right quick. I just need to figure out when I went live consistently. I need to figure out when I was going live consistently, but I've been locked in. I haven't, I've been doing other things revolving around trading. My last live was a month ago, and then I went live 3 months ago. So yeah, man, about 3 months ago, 3 to 4 months ago, I've been locked in. You know what I'm saying? I've been really dialed in into honing my skill and my craft, you know? So, hey man, it's been a rough few months. It's been a rough few months. We're going to get into it, man. We're going to give y'all a update with crypto. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they out there on YouTube really giving you the clear analysis like they should, but I'm gonna give it to y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna teach y'all first and foremost. I'm gonna teach y'all to see how the market is operating, and I'm going to let y'all know what I see from a technical perspective. Make sure y'all do a quick roll call, man. Shout out where y'all from. Shout out y'all state, your city, your country, whatever y'all want to shout out. Give me a quick roll call. Make sure y'all press that like button, subscribe to the channel. Texas Plates, you said we about to make money. My guy's back. Daryl, you said life be life. And yeah, man, life is hitting, man. Life is hitting. You know, I'm going to get into it, man. I'm going to get into it as far as crypto, man. I had to switch my perspective completely. You know what I'm saying? My mindset is more right now. What can price in whatever market you looking at? What can it do for me right now? I don't have time to be waiting. I don't be having time because we are retail. Y'all understand that, right? We are retail investors. So we can't play the long game like BlackRock. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all, okay, check this out. Watch this. How many of y'all back in, I'm going to peek at XRP, but we're going to come to XRP. But how many of y'all back in July of 2025, how many of y'all actually consider, hey, maybe I should pull some profits right here? You know what I'm saying? I know y'all don't want to hear that because, you know, the crypto community has been on fire. You know, man, you know, that's one of the biggest scams of all time. But my sentiment has changed. I'm still believing in technology and crypto, but how many of y'all could have pulled a little profit off the table in July or in August or September? Or how many of y'all watch those profits erode over time and come back down? You know what I'm saying? All that money in those profits, especially if you've been in around 2018, 2019, 22, 23. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all just watch those profits just erode away? Not me, unfortunately. Shout out to Chicago in the building. Shout out to Cleveland in the building. Mom Spaghetti said I ain't been live since August. Yeah, man, I've been really dialed in, man. Shout out to Indianapolis in the building. Shout out to the Bay Area in the building. Shout out to y'all, man. So what's the sentiment like, y'all? What's the sentiment? Is it pain? How y'all feeling? Let me know how y'all feeling, man. How are y'all feeling as far as crypto is concerned about your investments? Have y'all consolidated? Have y'all hold the line? How are y'all feeling, man? I'm just trying to get the sentiment out there. What's the sentiment like? I'm trying to talk directly to the people. Make sure y'all smash that like button for me. I need the engagement. I need that engagement. Zeph, shout out to you, Zeph. Note, pulled mine in August, September. Okay, Zeph. See, Zeph, you know, that probably was a wise decision, you know. I know people don't want to hear that, you know, because we've been told, you know, in the crypto community, you know, this is the one. We know, and it probably is the one, but for us, you know, a lot of us are in situations where we need to secure profits when they are available. You know what I'm saying? If you are in profit significantly, a significant amount of capital that's life changing, let me tell you about these markets. They're going to repeat over and over again. So this sell off is going to happen at $5. It's going to happen at $20. That's just the cycle of the market. Y'all remember, the market only does a handful of things because the market is programmed and algorithmic. Consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. That's all the market does. That's all the market does. It's going to repeat these same functions over and over again. So if you ever are in position to take life-changing money, God damn it, take the life-changing money now and then change your situation now and then look for the next opportunity. Because there's always going to be opportunity if you're in these markets. Texas Place. Oh my God, I done watch it happy so many times and might scrape some off the top next time. Yeah, man. I think we gonna drop more. Yeah, I'm about to get into it here shortly. I regretted not pulling some profits back then so I can buy more today. I'm ready to get back in though, so I'm tuning back in. Dark to light. More KY jelly. Yeah, man. Yeah. Make sure y'all smash that like button, bro. I appreciate 21 people showing up, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Man, I ain't been live in a while and I got a crowd, man. I'm happy for 21 people. All right. Let's check this out, man. We're going to get into Bitcoin first. You know, Bitcoin leads the way. As y'all see on my thumbnail, I say, hey, Bitcoin possibly coming down to $49,000. You know what I'm saying? I heard a little birdie out there say it's going to zero, but hey, I'm not in control of this. I know somebody who said Bitcoin is going to look like a Terra Luna chart. Let's pull up Terra Luna right quick. What y'all think, man? What y'all think? You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to, you know, I'm not here to scare nobody. Don't let my words tell y'all any, you know, shake you out of your investment. I'm just here to talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to give you my analysis. Let me pull up Terra. Let me pull up Terra right quick. Let's go look at Terra Luna. How many of y'all was invested in Terra Luna? Terra Luna. Right here. Luna, right here. Was this it? Nah, that ain't it. Terra Luna. That's it right here. But yeah, look at Terra, man. Look at Terra. Let me read these comments right quick. XRP going to 48 cents. Tell them, Boss Vision, we are dropping till the cows come home. XRP to 20 cents. What's up, African? What's up, African? I'm going to call you African. Got a long name right there. But yeah, man, look at Terra Luna right here. Look at Terra Luna right here. Y'all, who was invested in Terra Luna? And I'm going to propose this to you. Are you prepared for something like this? You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting fear out there. You know what I'm saying? I still believe in the technology, but you don't know. Y'all got to understand who you up against. Do y'all realize who you're up against? You know what I'm saying? You're up against the elite class of elitists. You're going against, when you're in these markets, you're going against the top of the top, and they have the capital and the funds to sustain all these price movements. We're talking about people that has billions and billions at their dispense. So us little people, you know what I'm saying? Us hardworking citizens and 9-to-5ers and people that's barely scraping by, you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you come into an opportunity, you take the opportunity. And this is a lot of learn. This is a learning lesson for me. I look back in a few months ago, I'm like, damn, if I would have just pulled a percentage and put that to the side, you know what I'm saying? I'm still good, but if I would have pulled a percentage, I could do other things with that because I'm a trader as well. I can get in these markets and maneuver. But that's a learning lesson. That's just a life lesson. You can't sweat it. Don't let it kill you. Don't let it stress you out. But are y'all ready for something like this? If this actually happens to like a Bitcoin or something. Okay, what's up, Gabriel? Gabriel got different channels and shit. But what's up, Gabriel? But okay, yeah, let's go back to Bitcoin. So I'm gonna give you my little breakdown on Bitcoin. We're gonna walk you down, and then I'm gonna move to XRP. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about some other things. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get the sentiment out there. I ain't gonna be long. I ain't gonna be all night. So Bitcoin currently trading at 70,300 right now. 70,300. Back in October of last year, the fourth quarter, Bitcoin hit an all-time high of $126,000. Excuse me, $126,000. And I'm gonna walk you through what happened. What happened. So this is a monthly time frame. All right, monthly time frame, and this is the higher time frame. The first thing that pops up to my eye is, you see this high right here? This was the previous all-time high before we made this all-time high right here in October. So this was the August 2025 all-time high. That was roughly 124,000. So what they did was they are engineering liquidity, smart money institutions. They have, let me explain it to you. They have large blocks of orders up here. And when price is trading higher, what they're doing is, as price moves higher, their sell orders are being triggered. Okay? That's what retail don't understand. When the price is moving higher, their orders are being tagged to go short up here in these levels. All right. And while everybody at this time, when Bitcoin was rallying, people were saying what? I've seen crazy shit like Bitcoin to $1 million from here. Once it got up into these regions, we going to 200,000, we're going to 500,000. But they have the equity, they have the capital already built into the market up here at these levels to sell short. So what I'm highlighting here right now is I'm highlighting this high right here. Y'all tell me in the chat. Let's get the engagement going. What is that high right there? What do we call that right there in the chat? What do we call that high? I'm gonna help y'all out a little bit. Let's highlight that. I'm gonna highlight that right there, and I'm gonna name it. Let's see, right there. It's just right there. Let's call it that right there. What is that high right there, y'all? What's the engagement like? What's that high right there? I guess y'all forget. I haven't been training y'all in a while, man. I haven't been teaching y'all in a while. So right there, that high right there, that is a liquidity pool, okay? Now I'm gonna drop down to lower time frames. I'm gonna focus in on this level right here. 1 second, my fucking shit froze. Fizzle, you don't know? Okay, right here. This is called a liquidity pool, all right? There are orders resting above that high right there, okay? Sell orders. What kind of orders? Sell orders. So what they're doing is they're taking profits up here at this level, all right? Now I'm gonna drop down to, let's say, a daily. Let's go down to a daily. All right. So you could clearly see back in October, they ran out this high right here. What do I mean by they ran it out? They ran it up, all right, and they took profits right at that high. Now, is that random? Is it random? You know what I'm saying? Is it random that price kind of slows down right here and then it breaks down? I don't think that's random. All right, I don't think that's random. They're offloading their long positions from when? I mean, they've been in long positions since, I would like to say, let's go right here. They've been in these long positions since about April 2025 and longer. They was in long positions. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, smart money institutions was holding these positions. We can keep going back since August 2024. We can go back even further. They've been holding long positions since 2022, December 2022. So imagine buying Bitcoin at 16,000 and then offloading it up here at 100K. But institutions are able to buy back and forth. So it's like they're playing the long game and they're trading at the same time. All right. They're playing the long game and they're trading at the same time. So they ran it up. They hit a key level up here and they decided to pull the plug on it after sweeping that high. Ever since then, they've been selling it off in a sell program, a market maker sell model. Okay. A sell program. All right. Watch this. Let's show you something. How do I want to pull this off? Let's go out to the monthly. So I'm gonna tell y'all now: is Bitcoin in a premium or a discount? Y'all let me know in the chat. Is Bitcoin in a premium or a discount? What is it right now? What would y'all say? Would y'all be buying Bitcoin right now at 70,000? Who's buying Bitcoin right now at 70,000? Anybody buying Bitcoin at 70K right now? Nobody's buying Bitcoin at 70K. I get it. I understand it. So let me show you what range is in right now. Let me show you the range right now for Bitcoin. If from that low, this low right here, from August 2024 up to this high right here. Boom, right there. All right. I'm gonna highlight this for you. Flop this around like this. All right. So when they ran it up, okay, when they ran price up, okay, to a premium. So let me outline what I'm telling you. This Fibonacci right here, I'm showing you how to find the premium and discount of any asset. You can apply this to any market, all right? You can apply this to any market. So from this low right here up to this high, this low down here is a discount. The 50% level right here, this divides the range from premium above the 50% level and discount below it. All right. So when they ran it up to a premium, right? Doesn't it make sense to short things at premiums? Like, it's very expensive up here. So what would you want to do when something is expensive? You want to sell it, right? You're going to sell it while it's at its highest peak and its highest value. What do you think institutions were doing? They were selling Bitcoin at its highest value at this particular point. And then they sold it down below the 50% level down the discount. All right. Now it's at a discount. All right. Now I'm going to show you even further if it's going to want to continue or what do they want to accumulate in here. I think they're coming. I think they're still coming down, me personally. You know what I'm thinking? You see these lows right here and here? I don't think people are ready for that. Before that low down here, this low right here. This low right here is 48,000. So when you see my thumbnail and I say Bitcoin at 48,000, look at this low right here. This low right here. If you look over here in the top of my screen over here where you see these numbers, and you're going to look right here where it says low. When I put my cursor on that candle, you're going to see what it tells you. Now look in the top left of my screen where it says low. $49,111. All right. I say 48,000. It's right here. I think they're going to want to drive it down here and grab this low right here. And if they blast through it, then hey, the sky's going to fall out the sky's going to fall. Okay. Look at this low right here. That's liquidity. All right. These lows under here, liquidity. Now I don't want to scare nobody, but that's what price is that? That's roughly 15,000. Now, I'm not saying that right now. I'm not saying that's going to happen. But do you have a plan if Bitcoin goes down to $15,000? All right. Let me read these comments. 60K at the bottom. Oh, discount from that low. Yeah. So right now, Bitcoin is clearly in the discount. All right. Now let's walk it down to lower time frame. Let's go from the monthly down to the weekly. Let's go down to the weekly. All right. Still utilizing the premium in the discount range. All right. Let's walk back up. Remember when it created the all-time high? It swept it. All right. It swept it. Smart money is offloading the positions. So a lot of y'all that are watching, you know what I'm saying? I always try to teach y'all how to learn this skill set so that you can take advantage of opportunities. Because when I see this right here, when I see this sell off, okay, all I see is dollar signs. All right, all I see is dollar signs. Most of y'all only understand this up here, right here, when it goes up. All right, but when I see the right side over here when it's going down, I see dollar signs. So that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying, like, learn this skill set so that you can take advantage of some of these moves. But yeah, from premium down to discount, how many trading opportunities do you think is resting inside of this little area in price? We're not even focusing on nothing else with Bitcoin. How many trading opportunities do y'all see that was available? And you can trade Bitcoin futures. I advocate that. You can go trade the micros. You can study it, whatever platform you want to trade. I always push y'all to learn this skill so you can trade and see these opportunities, all right? And stop getting left behind, because you got to have a paradigm shift. Most everybody was holding the bag. If you was invested in the Bitcoin, you was holding this bag, and people are still holding the bag as they bring this shit down, and you're losing the value, you're losing opportunities to pay yourself. That's the whole, we in this to make money, y'all. It ain't that fucking hard. We in this to make money, and sometimes holding for too long can hurt you. All right. And that's just the trader in me. So if you think otherwise, just know that I got a trader's mindset. Let's go down to the daily. All right. Going down to the daily time frame. And I want to zoom back in up here at the all-time high. So when price rallied up and took out the all-time high right here. So let's zoom in a little bit. When price rallied up here and swept the all-time high, smart money offloaded their long positions, and the price sold off down. All right. When it sold down, what did it do? It took out, see these lows right here? Y'all tell me in the chat, what are these lows? Anybody know? Look at these lows right here. Look at these lows right here. Y'all tell me what they are. These lows in here, they targeted those. All right. Exit liquidity, right? Yes. Shout out to you, Lenny. They dropped it down, took out these lows. Let me label it for you. Right there. Let's label that sell side liquidity. All right. Label that sell side liquidity, just like that. And then after they took out these lows, and what I'm showing y'all is how the algorithm operates. So if you haven't seen that yet, I'm showing you actually how the algorithm is operating. They're always targeting liquidity, and they're seeking inefficiencies. All right. Liquidity to inefficiencies. Consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal, premium to discount. That's all the market does. All right. Premium to discount. Are we in a premium right now, or are we in a discount? Are we taking out liquidity? Are we seeking to fill in a void in price, which is inefficiency? So what is this right here? See this down close candle? It's a displacement candle. What do we call this right here? Y'all, somebody in the chat just said, I'm trying to learn fair value gaps. So this is clearly a what? I just told you, but what is this clearly? Come on now. I know some of y'all are rusty. You know, if y'all been watching me for a while, I know some of y'all probably rusty. Took out buy side liquidity up here. So they're taking positions off right up here at this top. And we're still on the daily chart. So they offloaded long positions and they sold it down to what? Discount. You don't think it's a discount to premium? Watch this on this daily time frame. So the other discount to premium, that was on the monthly time frame. But watch this. If I take a low, if I take this Fibonacci right here and drag it up from this low right here up to that high right there. All right. I'm still showing you a premium to discount range. All right. Premium to discount. And then watch this. I'm going to drop down to a 15-minute time frame. So on the 15-minute time frame, all right, 15-minute time frame, maybe I need to go out to an hour. Let's go out to the 1 hour, make it clearer. So on this 1 hour time frame, isn't this not what I just showed you on the fucking monthly? Excuse my language, y'all. Excuse my language. I'm rusty, so I got to be PG. But yeah, on this monthly, so, okay, they take out all-time high levels, and now they're in the premium, right? They're shorting in premiums. They drop it down, see the 50% level. Now it's in discount. All right. Drop it back down to discount. What is it doing? Taking out all these lows over here. What is it targeting? What's these lows right over here? What's these lows right over here on this 1 hour time frame? All right. So do you understand what I'm showing y'all? Do y'all see how many do you see the opportunities that are potentially available to you? All right, in this sell-off right here, I can show you. We take out liquidity, all right. And y'all are right. Y'all are right about the SIBI. That was a SIBI on the daily, but now I'm on the hourly. But like, look, we displace lower, drop lower, take out all these lows in here in the same function, same repeatable function. We rally up. Look at these SIBIs. Look at this right here, SIBI. Look at that right there, SIBI. You tell me if that's random. All right, y'all tell me if that's random or not. How price drops down, it clears out lows. Check it out. This low right here, sell side liquidity. All right, on the sell side is below the price, buy side is above price. Takes out liquidity, and it doesn't just take out liquidity. Look over here, right? What is this right here? What is that right there? I'm gonna highlight it for you. Takes out liquidity, drops down into what? BTC, right? Rejects off the BTC, trades back up to what? SIBI, right? Trades off the SIBI, displaces lower, all right? Comes back up. Yep, y'all are right. Y'all are right. I'm just walking through. Comes back up. What is this candle right here? Y'all understand what this candle is right here? This is a what? Order block. Y'all remember the order block? Here we go right here. Order block. Boom, right there. I'm gonna label that for y'all. It's a bearish order block right there. Trades up into it. You know, the order block can be divided, right? We can split that order block in half, right? We can get the midpoint. Watch this. I'll just take a Fibonacci from the top, the close to the open. Boom, right there. You tell me. Yeah, come on now. You tell me if this is random or not, or is this like programmed? So what I did was I took a Fibonacci and I split the order block in half. When price went from discount down here back up to the order block, is this level right here, the 50% level, is that random? How does price trade right to that? Right to that level right there. How does it trade right to that level and then sells off? You tell me. You tell me. That ain't it though. Look over here to the left. What is this right here? Who remembers? What is this? What is this right here? Y'all remember that? What is this wick? What do we call wicks? Y'all remember? Trying to figure out who remembers. Mom Spaghetti said, what's an order block again? We gonna go through it, Mom Spaghetti. But what is this? What is this wick? What do we call the wicks? Who remember? What do we call the wicks? Anybody? I know somebody know. Daryl, I know you know. Somebody know. Boom. Yeah. Green Dragon Ghost Pool. So check this out. We not only traded to the midpoint of the order block. Check this out. What is this right here? That's a ghost pool. So when it trades into the ghost pool, look how it uses these levels. All right, look how it uses these levels. But check this out. The ghost pool can get way more advanced. You know what I'm saying? We can add more levels. Boom, just like that. You know what I'm saying? This is called the ace. It can get more advanced than that. We can add more levels in the ghost pool. We can do this right here, the 16ths. Boom, just like that. So when it trades up into that level, you can see how it hits every one of these levels and it rejects and then it trades up. So for more precision, look how it's tagging these levels, okay? And then what does it do? It sells off. What does it attack? When it sells off, what does it go for? It's aiming for what? Liquidity. So I'm gonna take this low right here, drop it right there. I'm gonna take this low right here. That's sell side liquidity, right? It trades up into a premium, right? So check this out. I'm gonna erase this. I'm just walking y'all through. If I'm moving too fast, let me know. I just want y'all. I just want to show you how I've been in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the dungeon just studying and working. Okay. This high right here. You see this swing high right here? Down to this low. All right. I'm gonna highlight that for y'all. This high right here. Down to this low. And I'm going to change the settings back to premium and discount. Boom, right there. All right. Let me hide this right there. I'm gonna hide that. All right. So when price drop down, that's called a displacement. It drops down to discount. It consolidates at discount. When it crosses above this 50% level right here, when it crosses back above that, it enters premium. What should you be doing on the premium side? Looking for shorts, right? And this what I'm walking you through is what the institutions are doing while we sit, us retail, we sit here and just twiddle our fingers while they sit here and they're setting up the moves to liquidate you. They're setting up the moves to liquidate you. But it's a dangerous and a dirty game that they're playing while you sitting there, you're watching your profits just erode. It's a dangerous game. But yeah, when it comes back above the 50% level, it hits a premium. It hit all premium levels, a premium SIBI. It drops down back to discount. Look how it drops back down to discount. And then it goes back up to premium to give themselves another premium opportunity above the 50% level. And then it drops down. When it drops down, what does it do? It takes out liquidity. When it takes out that liquidity, it forms a new range. So again, the new range would be from this high down to this low. Let's measure that. Right there. This low right here. Up to this high right here. So again, same function. They take out liquidity, right? They take out the liquidity. After they take out their shorts, they want to buy it back and give themselves another premium. Look at the 50% level right here. How many times do they poke the 50% level? Boom, 1, 2, 3, and then they poke their head above one good time for themselves, not you, for them. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna sell this, but y'all gonna think it's gonna break out. Nope, that's not what they're doing. They're trading back up to a premium. What's on the premium side of the range? What's this right here? Y'all tell me in the chat. What is that? What is that right there? Y'all press 1 if y'all are learning something. You know what I'm saying? If y'all learning and also being informed, press 1. You know what I'm saying? But what is this as well? That's a SIBI, right? I'm going to highlight that for y'all. That's a SIBI. Sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Look how it trades up into that. Right there. Right? SIBI on the what side of the range? It's on the premium, right? So they're looking to short at premiums. Yep. Shout out to you, Daryl. They're looking to short at premiums. All right, they're accumulating at premiums to short, and that's exactly what they do. They drop it down again. They attack the liquidity, and then they free fall it. I mean, this sell-off was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? This sell-off was just amazing. It was just a free fall. And when they dropped it down, they didn't just drop it down to any old random level. I'm going to remove this for now. When they dropped it down, what did they attack? Look at these lows over here. You see these lows? Look at these lows in this market. You see these lows? Let me give y'all a little hint. Anytime you see lows or highs in the market that are relatively equal, what does that mean? When these lows are relatively equal, meaning they're in close proximity of each other, they're real close distance, that is an indication that they're going to want to take those levels out. Same on the buy side. Same way right here. You see these lows, they're relatively equal. So when they leave behind clues in the market, they consolidate it. In this consolidation, they're leaving behind orders to later, at a later time, come back and tag. They left these orders back in September 2025. They left these orders back in August 2025. And then they returned back to these lows in October 2025. So they're leaving behind levels in the market. All right. They sell it off. Nico, shout out to you, Nico. All right, let's go out. Let's go out to the 4 hour. Go back out to the higher time frame. So once they sell it off, all right, they sold it off. And I remember that. Y'all remember that flash crash in October? Yeah, I remember. They sell it off and they retrace it back into this range, this SIBI right here. So you see that SIBI on a 4 hour. That's a 4 hour SIBI. I'm gonna highlight that for you. Boom, right here. Trade it back up. Trade into the SIBI. And they drop it again one more time. And then they range it in here. They range it for a few weeks. Let me drop out to the daily. When in doubt, zoom out. Remember that. When in doubt, zoom out. So if you can't see it, you gotta zoom out. All right. So the new range, after they did all that damage, and look over here. You see this little BTC right here? I'm gonna highlight that for you. This is on the discount side. Highlight that for you. Drag it over to the right. Boom, boom. You can't make that up neither. You know what I'm saying? I just had to add that in there for just extra precision and algorithmic concepts. Look how they drop that in there. Boom. Look how they drop it in there again. Boom. And then they rally it up. All right. They come back up to the premium. This is right here is a daily SIBI. I'm going to highlight the daily SIBI right here. So they traded back up into a daily SIBI premium. All right. You see how price is trading into these levels, respecting it. And then it sells off again. Displacement lower. All right. When they displace it lower, they create a new dealing range. The new range will be from this high right here down to this low. You see that? That's a new range. They trade. And by the way, once they take out liquidity, it's done. They don't reuse liquidity. So once they take it out, it's done and over with. But they trade lower, take out the liquidity. They consolidate. They go back up into what? Premium. They go back into the premium side of the range. Above the 50% level. They not only went up into the premium. Y'all tell me, what is this right here? That's another SIBI. Y'all press 1 if y'all like this content. It's educational. If you miss anything, just go back and watch it because it is educational. But so look, when they displace it lower, they consolidate, they retrace back up into what? SIBI at a premium above the 50% level of the range. High to low. Bring it back up to the range, 50% level, premium. They're in a sell program. So the market is programmed and algorithmically in a sell model. It's just selling lower. It's algorithmic. Does this seem algorithmic to y'all? For y'all that don't know, does this seem like repeatable? Does it seem like, oh, this shit happens all nonstop? You know what I'm saying? Okay, from this high right here down to this low right here. This high, look at my cursor. This high right here that made the swing. You see that swing down to this low right here. All right, that's a new range. So let's highlight that range. All right. They drop it down. It hangs out in discount, discount, discount. Look, every time it pokes its head up above premium, let's zoom in. 50% level is called the equilibrium. It divides the premium and the discount range. So it pokes its head up above the premium, it sells off. It comes back up, pokes its head up again. But let's zoom in a little closer, y'all. Let's zoom in a little closer. When it pokes its head up back again to the premium, what are these highs right here? I'm not moving on until somebody tell me what are these highs right here. I'm not moving on until somebody tells me what are these highs right here. They're relatively equal too. They're just on lower time frames. Nico, you said ain't clockwork. Rushman, you said it ain't random. No, man, it ain't random. What are these two highs right here? What are these two highs? Somebody got to know, man. Who knows? I'm not moving on until somebody tell me what are those highs right there. Come on now. I know there's I probably gotta fix my latency. Yes, green dragon, buy side. Yes, liquidity. Y'all are right. So it ain't random that, okay, in this entire scope of this range right here, this entire range from high to low, premium to discount, it trades back up to the premium, 50% level. And when it does it, it swipes liquidity. Now, if I drop, this is a daily time frame. So if I drop down to small time frames, I want to highlight this area right here. Watch this. I'm going to highlight this whole area right here. And I'm going to give it like, let's give it a yellow color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down to a 15-minute time frame. Let's go do that. Let's go drop down to a 15-minute time frame. Right here. All right. Zoom in a little bit. So these are the highs that I was highlighting on that daily. All right. These are the highs I was highlighting on that daily. So you got these two highs. They're relatively equal. All right. Look how price trades up into it right here. What are they doing? What did I just show you on that higher time frame, on that monthly and that daily, how they ran it up, offload their long positions to short the market. So this is what they did. They ran it up. They sweep highs above this level right here, which is the premium. They what then? What do they do after that? They displace the market. All right, you see this candle right here? Let's zoom in for y'all. Let's zoom in a little bit for y'all. What is this right here? Y'all tell me. This is a 15-minute time frame. What is this right here? Y'all tell me in the chat. What is this right here? Somebody knows. Somebody knows. Let me help y'all out. What is that right there? I'm going to give it another color. All right, I'm going to give it another color. What is that right there? Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. If y'all brand new, subscribe, hit that like button. This is my format now. I'm more into teaching mode, okay? I'm more into teaching mode. It's no time for games. So Green Dragon, you said order block. No, it's not an order block. I'm gonna show you an order block though, Green Dragon. It is a SIBI. It's a SIBI. So look how they take out liquidity, all right? They drop the market and they afford you an opportunity. They afford you an opportunity to participate in the madness. They give you an opportunity to participate in the madness. This is what I'm trying to show y'all, man. It's here. They can't hide it from you. Once you learn it, they can't take it from you. And yes, y'all are correct. It's a SIBI. It trades up into the SIBI, all right? And then it displaces lower. Now you're on side if you were shorting this. You're on side if you're shorting this. It trades down, but guess what? It trades back up. But look at these lows in here. Look at the lows below the mark. You see these lows? What did I just tell y'all about? Relatively equal lows right here. Let me show y'all. Right there. See those lows in there? Sell side liquidity. All right. Sell side liquidity. Let me label it. 1 second. Right here. All right. Sell side liquidity. So is it random? All right. Is it random how they take out this high? They drop it down, they consolidate, but they revisit the premium one more time. They drop it down again, all right? They give you another opportunity right here. Here's a larger SIBI. I'm gonna highlight that right there, larger SIBI. Right there. They trade up into that SIBI a few times, not much. You like to see it, check it out. This is game right here for fair value gaps. You don't want to see, if you're trading anything, you don't want to see them trading deeply into it like this one. You can trade this right here where it trades into it and it kind of goes above the midpoint, but you know it's really bearish. It's really bearish when it doesn't even want to drive into the middle of it. It's very bearish. And then what does it do? It sells off. All right, it sells off very heavily. And then it doesn't go to any random level. Look at this low right here. It drops down, take out the liquidity. All right. Takes out the liquidity. And then it consolidated. What they did was they offloaded their shorts, consolidated, and then they drove it back higher. And when they drove it back higher, they didn't just go to any random level. Check this out. You drag the fair value gap over into time. Look at this. They just revisited the fair value gap. Boom, just like that. Can't make this shit up. Can't make it up. It trades right back into the fair value gap just like that. Bounces, 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 and then displaces lower again. And eventually they run it out. Look at this low over here. You see this low over here? Way over here. What is that right there? Sell side liquidity. They're always attacking liquidity. Boom, just like that. You can't make that shit up right there. Y'all see that? Precision, not random. Takes out the liquidity. And then they rally back up inside the range and then they dump it again. All right. So that was on the 15-minute time frame. Now let's go back out to the daily to give you perspective. You got to zoom out. So when all that was going on, all that lower time frame shit that I just showed you, see all of that price action is in this highlighted area that I just showed you. All right. That's what I'm trying to show y'all and teach y'all. That's what y'all should be doing, because if you don't know what's going on, if you're just an everyday investor that's just hoping and praying for salvation and freedom, they're not going to give it to you easily. All right. You got to come down to their level where they're playing at. You can't just think the old traditional ways are going to work for you. You're going to have to come down to their level, what I'm showing you, and participate in that environment. But that requires you to learn this skill, and everybody ain't gonna be able to learn this skills. A lot of people don't want to do it. A lot of people don't have the time, but that's what it's gonna take to understand the games that they're playing. Because those moves that I just showed you, those moves are whatever you want to make it. To be honest, those moves on the lower time frame that I just showed you can produce way more than crypto has ever produced you by just holding long term. All right, it's whatever you want to make it into. You just got to learn the skill set. Let me read these comments. What are your settings on the fib? I got many settings on the fib. I'll show you a few here in a moment, Mom. Spaghetti. Nico. So they took out the equal highs to take out the equal lows. Yeah, Nico. That's all they're doing. Back and forth. Liquidity, back and forth. They took out the equal highs, the drop down, take out the lows. But look, when you zoom out, all of that price action I just showed you, they peaked it. You want to enter in on the premium side, and then you want to get out at the discount. And then when you zoom out, you got to know where you're at on the higher time frame, because look, we're still in this range from this high to this low on the daily. And what does it do? It trades back up above the 50% level. It eventually, check it out, comes back, take out these highs right here, comes back and take these highs out. Boom, right there. And then it drops down again. Look, you could have shorted from this high down to a little scalp. And then what does it do? It trades back up to the premium above the 50% level. And when it trades back above the 50% level, where does it trade to? Boom. Look at this right here. What is this? What is this right here? I keep telling y'all what it is. Y'all should know what it is. But if you don't know, it's a SIBI, aka a fair value gap. And you tell me if that shit is random, all right? You tell me if that's random. Boom, right there. It trades right back into it flawlessly on the premium side of the market. And if you're bearish, that's what you want to do. You want to get in on the premium side. And then they sell it off again. And when they sell it off back down to discount, they give you one more opportunity right here. This is a SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, just like that. Give you one more opportunity. Trades right up into it. Boom. Boom. Twice. Two opportunities. Displacement lower. When they drop it lower, what are they targeting? They're targeting old lows. You see these lows? They're targeting liquidity on the discount side of the market. So everybody, imagine this. Everybody let's look to the left. Let's look over to the left. So for the people back in April 2025, for the people back in, let's stop at April. So people that went long in Bitcoin when it was at 74,000 in April of 2025, these people that was holding positions have been liquidated. All right. If you bought spot Bitcoin at these levels in April 2025, you're back to break even. Actually, you're back underneath. You're in the red now. So imagine not pulling your profits, and the market makers and the algorithm come back to take you out, wipe you out the game. Look over here on the left side of the chart. This is called a market maker buy model. All right. They rally it up. They make a buy model, and then they make a curve. All right. They're making a topping curve. And then they come down and create a market maker sell model. In the sell model, they have many opportunities to target retail's liquidity. That's exactly what they're doing. They're targeting your liquidity on this side of the curve, on the sell side. Let me read. Can you explain order block and how to find them? Okay. I'm gonna explain it to you. Order blocks, they are, and it's definitions to it. All right, let's definitions. So, all right, first of all, you got to be on the right side of the market. You got to be able to identify order flow. So all order flow is direction. So are we going up or are we going lower? Are we in a buy model or a buy program, or are we in a sell program? That's the first thing before you can even think about looking for order blocks, because you got to identify and know where you're at in the market. Once you realize, okay, price is bullish and we have been in a bullish trend or a bearish trend, for example, if we want to just focus on order blocks, and order blocks aren't just one single candle. They can be multiple candles. For example, let's go back up here to the all-time high. Once we take out buy side, you see this? We sweep the buy side. We displace lower, all right? This candle right here, it goes back up. This candle right here opens, boom. So when you're bearish, it's up close candles. When you're bearish, you want to look for up close candles. When you're bullish, you want to look for down close candles. So when this candle right here drops right here and it sweeps this right here, the opening price of that down closed candle, that activates the order block, which is this up closed candle, which is bearish. We go up and then we drop down. It is candle down that wicks down and taps this opening price. Let me show you. Let me reference it for you. Opening price of a down closed candle. Boom. If you're missing anything, go back and watch the video. That right there is a bearish order block. All right. It trades down. It closes inside of the order block. And then this candle right here, it opens, trades inside of the order block. Let me show you. The key parts of the order block is the open and the midpoint. Watch when I draw a Fibonacci on the midpoint. So I'm going to take a Fibonacci from the open and the close. Boom, right there. We trade up into the midpoint. Is that random? No, I don't think that's random. We trade right into the midpoint, the 50% level. So check this out. An order block will fail if we trade above that. You want to see it stay. It can trade to it and through it, but it needs to close below it. So what this candle does is it trades up into the order block, 50% level. It doesn't close above the 50% level, but it trades into it and it shows heaviness. All right, that's an order block. An order block, the definition is the change in the state of delivery. That's the definition of an order block, the change in the state of delivery. So what it's doing is we look at this right here. It rallies up, takes out liquidity, it drops down, it acts like it wants to go higher, but it drops down and the order block acts as a change in the state of delivery. I know it's a lot of definitions. Hopefully you understand. You're going to see them over time. Let's drop back down to the hourly if you want to understand the order block. So check it out on that higher time frame. All right, on that higher time frame. This is another view from it. This is another view of the order block. So let me remove this. Let me read the chat right quick. What's up, Shep? Good evening, everyone. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Make sure y'all smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. The order block. So, okay. Do you see how price? Okay. Man, y'all got me teaching tonight, man. Y'all got me teaching. So look at this price swing from this high down to this low right here. That is a premium to discount dealing range, right? Right? Premium to discount. I just want to highlight this for y'all so y'all can get a visual from premium to discount. All right, we go up into the premium. Now I'm going to remove this. I'm going to hide it. You might see the SIBI, right? Y'all might see the SIBI, but do you see these consecutive up close candles right here? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up close candles. That is one consecutive order block. All right. This is one consecutive order block. Watch when I go out to the 5 hour, because this is the 1 hour. When I go out to the 5 hour time frame, 5 hour time frame, right? 5 hour time frame. Which I don't never use the 5 hour time frame, but I'm just showing you for a minute. On the 5 hour time frame, that what I'm showing you is this candle right here. You see that candle? That is a bearish order block. So it trades up. My bad. It trades up. It's this candle right here. It trades up into it. Wait, I just got confused. But anyway, right here, 5 hour time frame, it trades into it and displaces lower. Let's go back down to the 1 hour. Zoom back in. So let me show you this right quick. Let me show you. So these up close candles that are consecutive, you can draw a trend line right here. Boom. You consider when you see a series of up close candles like that, that's all one order block. So I will take the opening price, the bottom, the first one, and look how price trades into it. Inside of the order blocks, there's a SIBI, trades into that. It displaces lower, and then check it out. When it refers back to it, tell me if that's random. This candle right here, the opening price, which is all of these candles right here, is one order block. It trades back into it right here. Is that random? Is that random? Right here, boom. Is that random? I don't think that's random. I don't think that's random, all right? So again, series of candles up, comes back, trades through it, comes back and refers to it, not random, and then it sells off for one last run. So that's order blocks. I will keep as I go along. I will mention more about the order block as I continue along. I will mention more about it. But all of these concepts are very complex, and yeah, the order blocks are draining. Let me see. Yeah, that shit ain't random. Nothing is random. All right, let's go back out to the daily on Bitcoin. So where are we at right now on Bitcoin? Where are we at right now on Bitcoin? There, you said algorithmic. Yep. Everything I'm showing you is algorithmic. I mean, y'all should know by now. And all you got to do is learn how the fucking algorithm is operating. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you will start to understand and you will start to see that this shit ain't random. Anybody can learn this. And trying to get y'all there, man. Trying to get y'all there. Let's see. Remove some of this. And I'm about to move to XRP here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to move on to XRP. I'm just trying to frame this range up again to tell you where are we currently with Bitcoin. So this is a monthly time frame. I'm currently using this low to that high. All right. We're currently in a discount on a monthly perspective. And then I'm going to drop down to the daily. Where are we at on the daily? So on the daily, the current range for Bitcoin on the daily is this high up here down to this low. So I'm going to frame it up for y'all. From that high up here down to this low right here. So clearly right now we're in a discount for Bitcoin. You know, so two things can happen. All right. Well, there's different things right now because we took out a lot of liquidity. All right. We took out some long-term liquidity. So right now for Bitcoin, it's either going to stay heavy. All right. It's going to continue to roll over, or it's going to consolidate, or it's going to want to go up here and offer a premium. And if it was to offer a premium, there goes a SIBI right here. A sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. There goes a SIBI right there that we can trade up into. Right there. But right now, it's just consolidating. All right. It's Tuesday. We're going into Tuesday, and it's early in the week. But to be honest, I think Bitcoin is still heavy. I mean, look at these lows in here. You know what I'm saying? Look at these lows. You see these lows right here? Retail sees this right here. This is what retail see. They see support, resistance. You know, that's traditional retail logic right here, where we draw the diagonal trend line and they'll tell you, you know, you go to see these random YouTube channels and they be like, yeah, it's supporting. But little do they know, I see all liquidity in here, all liquidity. So if we drop down, which I'm anticipating that we do, I think we come down to 49,000, 48,000 for Bitcoin. And that's going to be nasty. That's going to be real nasty. Then he said, you changing the t-shirt to this shit ain't random? Hell yeah. Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. I got 30 people in here and I ain't been live in a long time. You know what I'm saying? I got 30 people in here. I appreciate the audience. I appreciate the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate it. But right now for Bitcoin, this is the current range. So to be honest, like this is all you need to look at right now. So let me give y'all a little hint. Anything that you're following, all right, if you want to see my fib settings, here you go right here. If you want to get the discount and the premium, here you go right here. All right, that's it right there. Y'all screenshot that. If y'all do any charting, let me bring it back up. If you do any charting, give you my dealer range. Here goes my settings, and there you go right there. Discount the premium. You see the 1, the 0, the 0.5, the 0.25, the 0.75. All right. You really don't even need the, I use the 0.25 and the 0.75, but if you want to remove those levels, you can just look at it from that perspective right there, where you just got the divided point right there. You got the premium, you got the discount side, all right? So I'm going to give it to you one more time right there. One more time. And y'all can screenshot that, and now y'all got the premium, the discount the premium. You know how to lay that on your chart. And how do you find a premium to discount? So you want to look for swing points. They're obvious as hell. So you start on the higher time frame. You want to look for swing points. So you want to put the fib right here. See a swing? We go up swing. All right. So a swing is where a wick creates a high and we got a candle to the left, to the right, and we drop or we rally. So for example, this is a swing point right here. Swing high, low, swing high. but they pop out on your chart. So they pop out on your chart, swing high, and you want to see it just take out liquidity as well. So whenever we run on liquidity, it's going to potentially create a new range. So you draw that high down to that low if you're bearish, and the low up to the high if you're bullish. And that's the current range that we're in. When you're on a daily time frame, get you a 20-day look back. So you take a ruler, put it on the current candle, go back 20 days. 20 days right there. But I'm going to go back a little further, and that's my range right there. You can go 20, 40, or 60 days. 20, 40, or 60 days from the current candle. And you're going to find the most recent range. Find the high and the low. Did my music end? 1 second. Oh, shit. Anyway, let me read these comments. Daryl, he said, sheesh. Good to see you streaming, man. Ain't nothing else going on with this space except a bunch of same old regulated, regurgitated BS. Yep. Do analysis on higher time frames like a hour, 4 hour, one, and then place entry on lower time frames like a 15-minute or a 5-minute. It depends on what you're trying to do, Mom Spaghetti. It depends on what kind of trader you are. Have you discovered who you are as a trader? First of all, it's been a while. I haven't asked that question in a while. And right now, I'm telling you right now, being a long-term investor sucks. So if you're somebody who's thinking long-term, it sucks, doesn't it? They let you know that it's going to suck and it's brutal. So that's why you got to have that paradigm shift and change your mindset. Being a long-term investor sucks. All right. So you got to adapt a different mindset. You got to adapt a different mindset. I haven't even shown you everything though. I mean, watch this. Let's go down to a 5-minute. Let's go down to a 5-minute time frame. All right. 5-minute time frame, right? And even on the 5-minute time frame, you find a range. Let's check this out. This is a 5-minute time frame. First thing that pops out to my high. Check it out. Y'all looking? Y'all looking? All right, look. We rally up. We take out what? This high right here. Let me show you this. Take out buy side. Liquidity, right? Same shit I've been showing you on the daily. Same shit I've been showing you on a low, a 1 hour, a 4 hour. Same shit. I'm just on a 5-minute time frame. All right, and I'm about to frame it up for you. And what I'm gonna do is, let's do this right here. Minor buy side liquidity. All right, minor buy side liquidity. All right, we take out buy side, right? And then we drop down. When we drop down, create these lows in here. Watch this. I'm gonna take a Fibonacci from this swing high down to this swing low right there. Boom, on the 5-minute time frame. And you tell me if this shit does not repeat and is not. I mean, you got to change your mindset. I will take these setups and be out the market dozens of times per day. You know what I'm saying? Dozens of times. So look, from this high right here down to the low, we rally back up to premium, right? Equilibrium. See the 50% level? That's called equilibrium. We're on the premium side. Look to the left. What do you see right here? Boom. What is this right here? Y'all let me know in the chat. What is that? What is that? What is that right there? You tell me if this shit don't repeat over and over and over again. You tell me if it don't repeat. Tell me if this don't repeat over and over again. All right. That's a SIBI on the premium side of a 5-minute range, right? And then also somebody asked about the order blocks. Look at these consecutive candles right here. You know what I'm saying? Look at these consecutive candles. That is one order block on the premium side of the range. All right. So let's say you couldn't get the SIBI. Let's say you couldn't get the SIBI. Let's say you couldn't get the SIBI. Bearish order block. Boom, right there. You can't get the SIBI, but you can get the order block right here. You see? Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then what does it do? It sells off. It sells off. And when it sells off, what is it targeting? Liquidity, right? Look at this low right here. And then look to the right. To the left. Look to the left. It clears out these lows. And then what is this right here? On a 5-minute time frame. What is this large gap in price or this large candle? We call that a BTC. And look what it trades directly down into. Boom, just like that. You're out the market. You're not hanging around. You're not waiting on nobody. You're not waiting on regulations. You're not waiting on none of that shit. You're not waiting on the bankers. You're not waiting on BlackRock. You in and out the market. And guess what? That's the mindset you should have or develop, because this right here beats everything that you're seeing in crypto right now. All those influencers, they're not talking about this shit. They sitting there selling you a lie. You know what I'm saying? They telling you certain things. In the meantime, the market is always printing opportunities. And after, look, it drops down, takes out liquidity. It's moving now. Check it out. What is this right now? This is live price action right now. All right, it's trading up into what? SIBI. Boom. It just traded into it. And now it's looking to go lower. And look, Bitcoin showing weakness. Mom Spaghetti, finding the fair value gap I can do easily now. I need help with entry. The entry is coming. The entries are going to come with the dealing range that I'm showing you now, Mom Spaghetti. You're going to find the entry points once you understand the dealing ranges. How to identify and frame up a range. All right. Yeah, you gotta find the range. You gotta ask yourself, is this fair value gap okay? What is the higher time frame doing? And is this fair value gap in a discount or is it in a premium? That's what you gotta understand. That's what you gotta realize and figure out. Is this a premium or is this a discount gap? Where am I trying to go? Daryl, not waiting on some body of water to close so oil price spike. Yeah, man. Let me see. Yeah, this is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. Just eyeballing it right now. Just eyeballing it. I can already tell you where I think it's going. Look at these lows down here. Look at these lows down here. Look, it looks like it want to get there now. It looks like it's not fucking around. It looks like it's not trying to hesitate. So that's about 68,280. 68,280. And Bitcoin will do it quick. But let's zoom out though. What is the range? Go back out. Where we at? Are we in the deep discount? Deep discount. Shep, I figured XRP would be 10K by end of 2025. That's a good segue. We can go look at XRP. I just had to give you that breakdown for Bitcoin. Now let's come to I got a different perspective on XRP, man. I got a different perspective, but I still believe in the technology. I just feel like, we're not BlackRock institutions out here. You know what I'm saying? We're not central banks. We're not large corporations. We're just civilians. We're just damn retail. So anytime you got life-changing money, take advantage of that shit. Now here we are right here. XRP. Man, this space is cooked. Matter of fact, before I look at XRP, let's go look at the algorithm. Last time I checked, it was cooked. You got the whole, the betting going on. Let's go look at the algorithm. You know what I like to do? Come in here and look at the algorithm. XRP. Let's go look at XRP. And last time I checked, the algorithm is very cooked. All right, the space is cooked. It's over with. All right. Let's read some of these people. XRP, people are giving up. Well, I agree with that, Mickle. I agree with that. People are definitely giving up. He looks like he's giving up. I mean, look at the beard. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long journey. And guess what? Yeah. XRP H-bar, unbelievable news. We've won. Unbelievable news, huh? Have y'all won yet? Okay, yeah. XRP worth 50 billion, banks freaking out. XRP led rally against next crisis. It's all a setup. Is it true? XRP is doing what? Yeah, man, these people are cooked. Oh, they're going y'all favorites, man. They're going y'all favorite people right there, man. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. That's one of y'all favorite people, man. That's one of y'all favorite people. Yeah, some of y'all are probably over there watching that. Matter of fact, if y'all are over there, tell them to come over here. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can get the real deal. I'm about to give a real deal analysis on XRP. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's telling y'all, but I'm going to give y'all the real breakdown on price and what's going on right now in the real time. You know what I'm saying? So go get those 4K people over here on my channel and bring them over here. Because I'm going to keep it real with you. And you're going to learn. Everything I'm telling y'all can apply it yourself and learn yourself. Ain't no catch to it. Let's read. Ready for new Fed liquidity. This guy right here, man. Shout out to him, though. But yeah, man, it's cooked. Your bank accounts are in danger. We are effed. XRP is done. Yeah, man. XRP just in now. Just in now. XRP shock everyone. Yeah, where's the OGs at, man? The OGs have been taken over by, just noise. XRP is stuck. XRP is stuck, and XRP will be stuck for a while. Find out why. Damn, maybe I need to go change my damn title. Let's see. 95% are in danger. And y'all went over there 17K views. They are lying. Why XRP wins during the global liquidity crisis. But yeah, man, this space is cooked, y'all. I don't know, man, that's why, I kind of veered off, man. It ain't, ain't nothing to talk about with this shit. And then X is worse. I can't see how y'all on X all the time, but yeah, X is worse. Come back over to the charts. Y'all say Jake the Snake? Lead with negativity. It gets the most eyes. I should, man. I should. I'm gonna become a villain to everybody, man. I gotta become the villain. This damn crypto space is just something else, man. But look, XRP, man. XRP. Where do I begin with this one? Where do I begin? XRP currently trading at $1.44, man. That shit. Whew. And it's just coming off a low. We just came off a low last week. It dropped down to $1.11. Man, $1.11. So, if you've been following me for a while, all right, if y'all been following me for a long time now, I was highlighting back in this time period. So leading up to the fourth quarter of 2024, it's 2026 already, man. I've been doing this YouTube shit before this breakout right here in 2024. So we was consolidating in here. I was working my channel back in about 2023-ish, 2024. And then we got the fourth quarter right here. And we blasted off. When we blasted off back in November 2024, we rallied up. We thought it was over with. Game over. Shit, we done made it. And what do? We went up, took out these highs right here. Buy side liquidity. Let me highlight this right here. Buy side liquidity, previous that eye right there. No. Gotta get it right now. Gotta get it right. Right there. So we rallied up, took out that high right there, and then eventually, a few months later, we went up in January of 2025, top of the year last year. We went up, took out that boom liquidity, all-time high. We created a new all-time high of 339, and then we retraced down. And during this time period, during this whole little first quarter time period, I was warning y'all. I was telling y'all something that I was seeing. I was seeing something. I was saying, hey, you can't ignore this shit right here. And do y'all remember that? I know Daryl, I know a lot of y'all remember this. And this shit is still in factor, all right? I was calling this before it happened that, hey, this area right here is very significant and you got to watch this area right here. So let me highlight that area for you. That is a 3-month fair value gap, all right? 3-month fair value gap. I've been talking about this shit for a very long time. Very long time. Before it even dropped down, we was up here and I was saying, hey, it can come back down here. I was saying that then. Let me stretch this out right here. Smash that like button, y'all. Subscribe. So yeah, we were up there, and then when we rallied up, all right, when we rallied up, same thing I just showed y'all on Bitcoin. We created a new all-time high in January. Boom, right there. You see that level right there? Lenny, you say you got permanently banned from Claver? Damn, Lenny, what you did, man? What you did? What you did, Claver? Lenny? God damn. Y'all over there getting banned, man. When we went up, we took out that all-time high right there. I'm gonna drop down to a weekly. Let's go down to a weekly. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go down to a fucking daily. We gonna get it straight to the point. So boom, then I'll just show you something similar in Bitcoin. I'm gonna show you again in Bitcoin. I'm gonna refer back to Bitcoin as a reference. This is XRP, all right? We went up, we got buy side liquidity. What's resting above these old highs? Pending orders. Just like right now, they got pending orders above these highs right here. Mom Spaghetti, transitioned from signals to just mentorship. So it's more mainly mentorship now. Everybody in there that's get mentored, they come a long way, and they're damn near doing this thing by themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're doing their own thing. So the signals was a bit much, and I realized people want to learn instead of being provided signals. So this it's more of a mentorship. You know what I'm saying? I might have a few available spots, but I've been dedicating my time for the past few months to them and myself, you know what I'm saying? Because we are trading the futures markets. We are trading traditional markets that are way more exciting than crypto. Way more exciting. I know y'all been seeing gold. I know y'all been seeing silver, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500. Those markets have way more liquidity than crypto has at the moment. So those markets produce opportunity day in and day out. So that's where we've been at, and people want to learn. See how I'm doing this right now? Do you see how I'm teaching y'all right now on this channel? That's exactly how I'm teaching them in the mentorship. It's just with more details. So that's all it is. All right, that's all it is. And I give them resources. I give them my all. You know what I'm saying? I give them the resources. It's not just me. I give them all the stuff that they need. So, you know, they be self-sufficient. So look, XRP. Mom Spaghetti. This strategy works in everything. Everything. It doesn't matter the market. You can throw anything at me, I'm gonna analyze it. You can throw anything at me, I'm gonna analyze it. But this is XRP. Now let's go back to Bitcoin right quick, just to reference what I was highlighting, the all-time high. And this is Bitcoin. All right. So do you see the same phenomenon in a different market? How we run up, sweep, buy side, all-time high, and then we break down. All right, Bitcoin. Now back to XRP. We go up, same phenomenon. We go up, we take out the buy side. All right, they're offloading their long positions. They have blocks of orders resting above the market to short on us. And when I look back at price, I said, God damn it. God damn it. This was where you should have been offloading something. I ain't gonna tell you to offload everything you got, but if you would have offloaded this, not even up here, you could have waited till it got down to right here. You could have even got in, started considering it down here. Like, hey, let me pay myself something at 235, right? But up here, they take out the buy side. All right, they take out the buy side liquidity. And then what do? The displacement candle. When they displace the market, what do you see right in here? Y'all tell me in the chat. Can I analyze USD JPY? Why? Why do I need to analyze USD JPY? Are y'all worried about the carry trade? The whole shit, Jay Claver, I said the name, my bad. The whole thing certain communities want to talk about, the carry trade, reverse carry trade. Is that what y'all, is that why y'all want me to analyze that? It's not a BISI, it's a SIBI. Sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Yes, y'all are right. After taking out liquidity, we create a SIBI. So let me highlight the SIBI. Sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Boom, just like that. All right. We drop down, displace low. We trade back into it. Is that random? Trade back into it. Displace lower. Come back into it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 opportunities. And then what does it do? Consolidate. And then who remembers that day on October the 10th? I do. I remember, because it wasn't just crypto that went down. It was the stock market. It was all markets. Everything was on the same algorithm this day right here. And you see that flash crash. And when they dropped it down, they took out these lows. All right. See these lows? Liquidity. And when they took out the liquidity, they tanked it down into that 3-month fair value gap that I was talking about. I was talking about that fair value gap all for months, all in this right here, this range right here. I was talking about, hey, watch this down here. And that's exactly what they did. They dropped it down there, took out the liquidity, and they was not done. That was just a manipulation move, because at the time, there was a lot of traders. I remember the influencers. They was all taking long leverage positions in XRP. They was taking long positions in XRP. Matter of fact, let's go look at the heat map. Liquidation map, crypto liquidation map. Coin glass. Let's go look at the crypto liquidation map, and let's just go get a kind of an idea. I don't think this is it right here. Coin glass, or is it? Did they switch their website up? Markets. Let's go to cryptocurrency. Markets, crypto. All right, liquidation map. And let's go look at XRP. All right, what are we looking at? So today alone, today in XRP, all right, today alone in XRP, I'm trying to get the statistics. Liquidation right here. So today alone, there was about 10 million liquidated out of XRP. $10 million liquidated out of XRP. Let's look at the year. Let's go look at the year for XRP. XRP is down 40% on the year. And where do I see the liquidations for the year? They done switched their website up. So I haven't been on here in a while. So they switched it up. But anyway, people are getting liquidated out of these markets real severely. Wealth creation. What time frame is this? Let's go back. Wealth creation. Let's go back. This time frame right here. This is the daily time frame. Daryl, the body of water needs to get closed first. Then the stars need to align just right. Then the wind has to blow in a certain direction. TZ, what up, TZ? Took them long enough to come take out the fair value gap left behind in 2024 pump. Yep. But yeah, so they took out the all-time high and then they dropped it down because there was a lot of people at this time. I remember your favorite influencers. They was going long in positions, leverage positions, and they was telling everybody just buy. I'm taking longs. And then what the market makers did was they did this move right here. Real quick. This shit happened in like an hour or less. It just took everybody out that was long. So you see everybody going long, they drop it down, liquidate them. And then people thought it was over with. So what they did was they consolidated, held it around. Inside of this right here, I could show you many ranges just in this price action alone. So check this out. We trade up. Look from this high right here down to that low right there. I'm gonna show you many opportunities where you could have been shorting XRP, but no, nobody wants to short XRP. So look at that range right there. You got the premium, the discount, this swing high down to that swing low. What does price do? Trades up into the premium. All right, trades up into a premium. And then they drop it down lower to liquidate lows. All right. And then they create a new range. So from this high right here down to this low right here. That's a new range right there. So they drop it down. All right. Price goes back up to the premium, consolidates at premium. And then it sells off again. And then boom, is that random? Look at the 3-month fair value gap. You tell me if that's random or not. Because I don't think that's random. It tags it right there. I don't think that's random. What's up, Omar? TZ, hard to believe they don't send it to all-time high this year after this move and manipulating everybody out. I think they got a plan for us, man. I think they got a plan for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be sinister. We ain't seen shit yet, TZ. I don't think we seen shit yet. It's gonna be real sinister. All right, real sinister. I don't think they done. You know what I'm saying? They're savages. It'll be nice for them to go ahead and accumulate in this area and then go higher. Yeah, that'll be nice. But is that what they're gonna want to do? It depends on what Bitcoin gonna do. I feel like. But yeah, XRP, the entire year so far, ever since 2025, the summer of 2025, we have been in a sell program, and we recently came down. So that flash crash back in October 2025, that flash crash, they left behind liquidity at that low. What do? They consolidated around Bitcoin. XRP isn't doing much. It does a phantom rally right there, and then eventually comes back down lower, back down into the 3-month fair value gap. Takes out liquidity, trades down to the middle point of that 3-month fair value gap. Is that random? Now I had this level out for a year. I haven't changed my chart in over a year. My XRP chart is the same. I have not changed it in over a year. But look how we trade down into that level. Boom. And now we consolidating right now. So the range right now for XRP is this high right here. See the swing high? Down to this swing low. That's the current range that we're in. Let me look back 20 days. Let me take a 20-day look back. Right there. I'm gonna go back 40. So yeah, we're about in the 40-day range right there, from that high down to that low right there. So right now, we're just consolidating down at what? Y'all tell me in the chat. Are we at a discount or are we at a premium? TZ, you said once we saw that flash crash as a ghost pool, that was the sign that we weren't done. Yep, you're 100% right. That was your indication. But guess what? Most people can't see it. Them people over there in beyond beyond woke, they don't see it, man. Beyond woke, that's the name of that people. Those people beyond woke, because they're beyond woke. They're too woke for their own good. They don't. Those people over there, those however many people. How many people over there, man? How many people over there right now? How many people over here? There's almost 5,000 people over here, and they're beyond woke. All right, they're beyond woke because they just woke and they just know what it is. All right, all faith in this guy right here, man. All faith. All right, and I'm not hating y'all. I'm just entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. I'm not hating, just entertaining. But a lot of these people, from what I hear, they're getting set up. They're getting set up. So I mean, look at the guy, man. Look at the guy. Y'all be the judge, man. Y'all be the judge. You know what I'm saying? No hating, no hating. But yeah, yep, discount. In the discount. So that's where we at right now for XRP. We're in the discount. Okay, why do I say, what did I say, 29 cents? Let me go out. Let's go out to the monthly. Now, if you don't know, fair value gaps can be traded through, okay? We can trade through this fair value gap. And that's why I was showing y'all Luna at the beginning of the stream. I showed you Terra Luna, and I said, hey, do you have a strategy? Do you have a plan in case something crazy go down? Because it definitely can go down, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of this shit is, none of this stuff is guaranteed. And I hate to get people hopes up. And I'm not being I still believe in the tech. I know there's the technology side of it. But guess what? We're dealing with some evil out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of evil entities out there in this world, and they're trying to do max pain on us. And over time, the XRP community is looking like a joke. It was once an intelligent group of people. Now it's not an intelligent group of people. So it's like, and then you got corporations like Ripple. They're, are they trustworthy? You know what I'm saying? Are they trustworthy? Can you trust a company like Ripple? Because they're playing games. You know what I'm saying? They're getting caught up in scandals and shit. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Y'all probably know more better than I do. But what's up with Ripple and the Epstein shit? I don't know. That's what I'm hearing out there. Ripple and Epstein. That could be a rumor. I don't know. But like what? XRP and Epstein. They got connections. So for whatever reason. But I don't know all the details, so I could be misspeaking. So don't come for me. But anyway, right now, XRP is in the discount. What's concerning for me, all right? What's concerning for me, y'all see how I've been showing y'all relatively equal lows and highs, right? But what do y'all see way down here, right? What do you see way down here? And don't tell me, because if you haven't been doing this long enough, don't tell me that this is not possible, because I done seen it too many times on a day-to-day basis. Look at these lows in here. You see that? Now, I don't want to see this. At this point, I'm going to be done with it. At this point, I'm going to be done with it because it's like, yeah, I can see it. I see the setup. I can see it. What are those lows in there? I've just been showing you all day in Bitcoin. What are these lows in here? Now, some of y'all gonna be hoping for this, and some of y'all already said, I'm gonna be buying back in. if they drop it back down there. But guess what? It ain't guaranteed that you're going to be able to buy back in. Because guess what? We already know the routine. They've been so all 2025 and 2024, they were stress testing the exchanges, freezing them up. Every time price moves, it'll freeze the exchange up. So what do you think? We haven't seen that in a while, right? What do you think is going to happen if price goes down to these levels right here and all of a sudden you can't get access to none of this? Daryl, you said it make you want to punch the wall and it ain't even happened yet. So let me tell you, if y'all been watching me long enough, we debated, not you, Daryl, but a few people in here debated me about this area right here that I got highlighted. People debated me about this. And they was like, nah. And people was like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. And guess what? The shit came to fruition over time. All right. And here we are right now. Now, I want to see this show support, but it ain't displacing. You know what I'm saying? We need to see more displacement. But these lows in here are concerning, and these lows are resting about 29 cents. All right. Nah, that ain't gonna, that can't happen. Okay. Y'all think you could think that I see this all day, every day. I see it all day, every freaking day. That is too clean. That is too clean. That is too clean of a setup. That is too clean. God damn, that's too clean. And for people that held, and that's gonna be the fucked up part right there. That's gonna be the fucked up part. The people that held throughout all these years, from like let's say 2021, 2022, 23, going all the way the entire 2024. Those people that held, and from 2024, it's already fucking 2026. So almost, goddamn it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's been a long time, 5, 6 years, 7 years for some. And for this to come down and grab these lows in the market, devastating. Shit, but I'm not positive that's true. I don't trust anyone anymore. Yeah, hey, I'm here to speak the truth from what I see, because I do this. 1 second. I'm just here. I do this every day, man. I do this. I'm in these charts. I've been doing this for 5 years, okay? And it has not been a day off for me in these charts. So my 5 years experience with no days off, I'm sitting here telling you, I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. I'm not wishing this. Y'all got to have a plan. That's all. You got to have a plan. Some people say XRP on sale. I'm telling you, man, I'm a trader, bro. I'm a trader. Y'all just have no clue the depths of how deep this shit goes. Y'all have no clue. When I say how depth, I'm talking about the price action in these markets. This right here is a classic setup to come grab these lows. Now, what could be the catalyst of XRP coming down to clear out all these lows under here? All I see right here is a large pool of liquidity pending orders. For who? Let's say they drop it down all the way, clear all this out. Look over here to the left. Let's go out to the monthly. These bastards, man. They something else, man. These bastards. But look, let's say they clear out all these lows under here. I could see them clearing out all this. I mean, if they're going to do the wipeout, they might as well do it, do it properly and get it all. But it could trade right back down into this BTC right here. Right back down into that BTC, man. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at it, just like making decisions. What am I going to do? But we really, to be honest, check it out. Before we get there and even think about this, we need to see price find some form of support inside of this fair value gap right here. All right. Some form of support. There's a 6-month gap as well. So I was just showing you the 3-month, but there's a 6-month fair value gap as well. And the 6-month looks pretty clean. So hopefully we can find support inside of this gap where they're accumulating, and then we can rally back up to the premium side. But what the thing is, they might hold it down here for several months. They might keep it in there for several months. Omar, remember they want you, shove you into desperation, diamond hands always win. I want to grab those lows too. My stick. XRP chart looking like NQ at 9:30 a.m. Yep, sure do. That manipulation spike down. Yep. Omar, set your buy limits down there. If they let you trigger them, they can reserve them. They don't have to listen. They don't have to. They don't have to respect your limit orders neither. They could be like, "Oh, we didn't trigger yours." They don't have to respect your limit orders. They don't have to respect them. I got 38 people in the building, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now for XRP. I'm giving you the truth. But right now, I feel like we're good. We just need to see some recovery. Let's do this right here for XRP. I'm gonna remove this. Now, while y'all are sitting there worried about, diamond hands and all that, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about none of that. I want to go down to let's go down to the 1 hour. Go down to the 1 hour time frame, right? On the 1 hour time frame, we drop down, take out liquidity. What do I see? What can I frame up? I like these highs. So you see up in here, they got relative equal highs. So I like these as a draw on liquidity. See these highs? They're relatively equal. I like that as a trader. So now my trader mindset comes in. I don't care about the long-term outlook of XRP because they're going to play the long-term game with you. They're going to play that long-term game. And if you're not built for it, then you need to do something else. And a lot of people, life happens, you know what I'm saying? Life happens for a lot of people. So a lot of people ain't going to be able to hold on like we originally thought, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be happening. Keynes, that would be insane. Yeah, Keynes, it could be insane. But look, check it out. Buy side liquidity. I like these relative equal highs. So I just showed y'all relative equal lows in the market. Well, we got some highs above the market. They're definitely leaving behind limit orders above the market. I like these highs in here. Current range. Let's see. It's a tricky one. Go out to the 4 hour. 4 hour. I'm gonna just draw this right here. Let's go from. Damn, this is a tricky range. Let's go down to the daily. Go out to the daily. Yeah, right now we're just consolidating. And I can't frame a good range because it's not clean. 4 hour. I'm going to do this right here. From this swing low up to this high right there. Boom. I know it looks crazy for y'all. I know it looks a little crazy. So from this swing low right here up to that high. We're discount down here. We haven't returned to the discount. And right now it's just consolidating. It's just consolidating. You got this BTC. Yeah, man. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. This is very heavy. XRP is very heavy. All right. So I'm just forewarning y'all. This is very heavy because it's not. There's not even a range. That's how heavy it is. So the range is way up here on the daily from this high down to this low. So that's a long way up to try to. That's a long way up, man. So I could see us ranging for a few days, maybe in a few weeks. I could see us ranging sideways. If we don't range sideways, it's gonna be interesting. Let me read the comments. Daryl, I don't know how many limit orders I had set in the past that didn't execute when price hits the points I set them to. Yeah, man. Like I said, they don't have to respect your limit orders. Keynes, I know what you're talking about because I'm a trader myself. This going to be an insane wealth transfer. Yeah, man. Insane, bro. Insane. Let's go down to the 15 minute. And that's why I mean, like, we can, us traders, we can navigate. We can navigate the terrain. We don't have to be in these positions. It doesn't matter what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? We can navigate this shit. We can navigate. So this is a 15-minute time frame, right? So watch this. I'm gonna take this low right here up to this high right there. That's a range on a 15-minute, right? This swing low right here up to this high. Right now it's in the premium. All right, it's in the premium. If it comes down to discount, well, we got an order fair value gap right here. But on the wider range, it's really technically in this. Man, this ain't clean right now. This ain't clean right now because it's so heavy. This high up, this low up to this high, and it's in the premium. So right now, XRP on these lower time frames is in premium. So far, as far as buying it, nah, you can't buy it at these premiums. You needed to see it come down, but if it comes down any lower, it's gonna sell off. I'm not even gonna lie, it's heavy. It's very heavy. It's very heavy. So it's just consolidating right now. We might have to sit through this consolidation. Right now, I have to see more in price. I need to see more information because of this consolidation. It's just sideways, and I'm gonna need to see more from price action. It's Tuesday, and yeah, I'm just gonna need to see more. Yeah, we even broke the lows off that rejection wick. So we're so about to bleed. Yeah, hey man, Keynes, it sounds like you need to. You the messenger, bro. I'm not the messenger. You can take the blame for it. I'm not the messenger. This shit is very heavy because of just it just sold off. There's no range that's framed up. You said like the masses are probably thinking this is a great buy opportunity right now. Bloodbath. Yep. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, man. That ain't what y'all want to hear, right? Let's look at Bitcoin again. Let me check out Bitcoin. Same thing with Bitcoin. Do y'all realize with Bitcoin and XRP, the same situation? I mean, come on now. You can't. Let me clear this up right quick. Let's clear this up. Look at the range for Bitcoin from premium to discount. It's high up here, down to low. Same with XRP. Go out to the daily. Same with XRP. They did massive drop-offs, and I don't think it's done from premium to discount. All right, so they're not done, y'all. So if you got to make plans, you know what I'm saying? When I say make plans, bro, if you got money and capital, you know what I'm saying? If you got some life-changing capital, man, you got to make decisions, all right? You got to make decisions, and you can, don't put all your eggs into XRP, man. Like when I say don't put all your eggs into it, I mean like it's not, life isn't about just this one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a cult. Y'all got to admit it, man. Y'all drunk the punch and y'all became a part of a cult. Y'all got to admit it. You joined the cult. But it's time to realize, okay, the cult, you know what I'm saying? It ain't what it used to, it might not be good for you. So you don't put your all into the cult. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your all into XRP thinking it's the only way in life that I can make life-changing things. No, there's other things in life that you can change your life with. You know what I'm saying? It's other things in life, all right? It's always going to be something in life that's going to constantly evolve and allow you an opportunity. And what I'm seeing trying to show y'all is that opportunity to learn this skill so that you can navigate the oceans and the waters of these markets from a different perspective. All right. That's XRP for right now. Let me zoom out a little bit, just to give you a higher time frame, just double check. And it's really right now, the markets are stalled out. I think we might get a little bit more volume, a little bit more price action during the week. But right now, it's just stalling out. It's not really much going on. We got 18 days left in the month. All right. What else? Let's go look at gold and silver. So who been participating in gold? Who been participating in silver? You know what I'm saying? Let's start with silver first. And then guess what? I got copper in there too. Who been buying copper? Because copper is $5.96. The all-time high for copper is $6.06. You could have been buying copper in 2019 for $2. 2020. Copper back in 2008 was fucking, nobody seen the value in copper in 2008. You could have been stacking copper. You could have put about 20,000 in copper, which is crazy. It didn't make sense at the time, but now you'll be going up. You know what I'm saying? If you look at silver, $20,000-$30,000 investment in silver back in 2020 would be over six figures right now. But that's that. But let's check this out. And this is how you know the markets are manipulated, all right? You see this breakout on silver? See the breakout on silver? So a lot of people in the trading community, they was chasing this. I'm talking about the futures community. People was chasing this, trying to trade it. All right, a lot of people was trading silver, and it broke out. It went over, $121. I think I might have called that. You know what I'm saying? Let me go back to my channel. I had to go through my algorithm. Anyway, a lot of my videos are hidden, but I was talking about last year gold going over 5,000. We fell just short. Gold went to 4,500. Top of the year, it broke out to 5,000. I think I was calling for silver. I didn't see silver hitting 100. I think I called for $50 silver, and then once it hit 50, boom, it went straight to 100. So, what's up, Night Owl? Shout out to you, man. Yeah, man, silver, it broke out, and a lot of people that was trading silver, from a trader's perspective, they was chasing this. So it was breaking out, and then look what they do. And when price, let me let y'all know, when prices go to all-time highs, you never chase that, all right? You got to let it go. Your ego is going to be hurt. You just got to let it go. Just let it go. Let it do what it do. And when it does what it does, they break it out, and then guess what? Market makers are taking profits, and they, boom, tank on everybody. Everybody that was chasing it. And if you don't know, trading silver is so expensive right now. I think you need how much do you need? Let's go look at TradeStation. This is TradeStation. This is one of the brokers that I use for trading. You know what I'm saying? If y'all are interested, y'all, tap in, do some research. But let's go look at futures margin rates. So we're going to look at the margins for silver. We're going to look at the margins for silver. Let's go look to the metals. No, metals. All right, let's look at the metals. And over here on the left, you can see product description. Let's go look at the full gold contract. So check this out. Silver right here. See silver from the COMEX. All right, SI is the symbol. And in order to trade silver right now, let's say you want to, hey, I got some money. I want to trade futures contracts for silver. Well, guess what? You need $78,000 right now. You need $78,500 right now just to trade silver. On most exchange, on most brokers, you need about $78,000 right now. All right. For gold, how much you need for gold? Gold right now, you need $50,000, $50,600 just to trade gold futures contracts. Just a few months ago, this was not a thing. Y'all realize that, right? So what does that tell y'all? RG 1633. What is your long-term view on XRP if you can wait it out? Long term, it's gonna, man. That's a hard one right there, bro. Oh my God, that's a good question too. Long term. So long term, this is how I view the markets, yo. This is how I view the markets. I view it from this perspective. I know for 100% fact that institutions are in control of the markets. All right. So retail has no demand on the markets. Even Ripple, they have no demand on these markets. They're controlled on the central banking level. All right. So I know as a trader that they can price markets to whatever they want to. So by knowing that they can price these markets to whatever price they want to, I have no view on that. I have no perspective on long term no more. I've seen it. They're repricing markets right now. So by that, what I'm saying is they can set the price to whatever. How are you going to adapt to it? At some point, we got to move away from, okay, what's my long-term view? Because that's that Jake Claver shit over there. You know, Jake Claver, I think a lot of people want to hear that Jake Claver price prediction. No disrespect to Jake Claver. What I'm saying is I'm adapting to what's going on right now. Did I buy at a discount? Did I buy XRP at a discount? Is it at a premium currently? So let's say I buy it at a discount, and 6 months from now, it's at a premium. What is the premium? Let's say $8. Am I going to sit there and think from $8 we're going to fucking $80, or am I going to try to look to consider paying myself something? That's how I look at it, because I'm a trader. If you made the mistake of not pulling in your profits at 340, 360, whatever it was, and I'm talking about profits were significant. If you made the mistake in not paying yourself something, now you're sitting there thinking like, damn, why I didn't do that? Why didn't I pay myself? Now that you said vaults are empty, am I making sense to y'all? Y'all let me know if I'm making sense to y'all. But yeah, long-term view on XRP, it doesn't matter to me. All I'm going to do is adapt. All I'm going to do is adapt to the current market conditions, and I'm going to trade the current market conditions. That's all I do. That's what I do as a trader. I'm going to adapt to the current market conditions, and I'm going to speculate and trade the current market conditions. It doesn't matter. They can send XRP to whatever price they want to. I'm going to participate in it either way. But anyway, back to what I was saying right now with gold and silver, you got to have $70,000, $50,000 just to trade these markets. So let's say you accumulate this right here. You can't even trade these markets unless you trade the micros. Let's look at the micros. In order to trade micro gold, you need 5,100. So that's more affordable for us. But that's still steep. You know what I'm saying? That's still steep. Like, you got to have 5,100 just to play in the game of trading gold. You need how much for silver? Micro silver. You need 15,000 You need $15,000 just to trade silver micro contracts in the futures markets. All right. So let's say you're able to accumulate 15,000. Let's say you get $16,000. Now you're ready to participate. Like, yes, I made my 16,000 working hard, busting my tail. I was able to get that. And then you go to the exchange or the broker and you deposit that cash. Now you're able to play, because you see, oh man, fuck, silver is going to, like, what is it at right now? Oh shit, it's at $80. Man, it might be going to $200 to $1,000. And what you do is you go get your 15,000 and then you go leverage trade a few contracts with silver, and then the next thing you know, you're holding that position for a few days, and guess what they do? Whew. Wipe you out, take all your 15K, your 16K, and now you have nothing. Just like that. That's what they do. Can you just go print up 16K like they can? I don't think so. Can you print up 16K like they can? I don't think so. So yeah, man, things to consider. But this is silver right now, long term. I'm still bullish on silver, but again, you got to deal with the manipulation. The shit that they're doing. All right. So silver, when it went down, when it like flash crashed down, it wasn't random. It didn't go to no random level. It wasn't random when it happened. Look where it went. Where did it go? Y'all tell me in the chat. What is that right there? Where did it go? It didn't go to no random level. It went to a specific level in price. Boom, just like that. So while everybody was chasing silver on the breakout, they left behind an inefficiency in the market just to trade back down to it, to offer them what? A discount. Just to offer themselves a discount, accumulation, and now it's just consolidating right now. And I think it's going to continue to go higher. So that's silver. That's silver. Yes, Daryl, busy. And this is on the monthly time frame. What does that look like on the weekly? Like right here, that rally up and then boom, crash down just like that. Offer themselves a discount. Go down to the daily. That's what it does. It rallies up and on the dime, not random, but look, rally up. And you don't know when it's going to come. When price is in price discovery, you don't know when this is going to come. This is what I realized. When price breaks out and goes into price discovery, you don't know what's going to be the level that they sweep and then bring it down. Price discovery is one of the hardest things to trade. That's the 4-hour right there. Look over here. Market maker buy model. Look what they leave behind. And this is what I was trying to tell y'all with XRP. Look at these lows in here. Aren't they kind of equal? I'm going to highlight it for you. They're relatively equal, right? Relatively equal. Right here. Relatively equal lows right there. They come down, snatch those lows, take them out. sell side liquidity, and then they pivot to come back up. Now, are they done? I don't know. Let's see. Let's frame it up. This is the dealing range from this swing high right there down to that low right there. From premium to discount. Right now it's in the premium, right? We above the 50% level, right? So they might not be done with silver offering a discount. But when it trades up, look to the left. What did they trade it into? What's this right here? Another SIBI, right? Sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, boom, just like that. Is that random? No, it's not. At premium, so if I wanted to short silver right now, prime is optimal. Optimal trade entry right there. That's an optimal trade entry at premium to come down to the discount side of the range and probably come back and retest or revisit that monthly fair value gap. So that's silver currently. All right, smash that like button, y'all. And then just to look at gold, gold is still parabolic. Monthly time frame. Gold didn't drop down because silver was overhyped. Everybody was rushing into silver. Everybody was talking about silver. It was like people that never touched it was trading, trying to go rush and trade silver. And they showed y'all that people fucked around and found out. They touched the hot stove. Let's go down to the weekly. The weekly for gold, what did it do? It went up, came down. What is this right here? Order block, right? Down closed candle, bullish order block. Trades down, touches it. Boom, right there. And then it rallies up, and then now it's consolidating. So that's gold, still bullish. Order flow is bullish. And that's that for gold. Go down to the daily. Consolidating. Dice Game Entertainment. Boy, you sound like a gambler, boy. But nah, shout out to you. What's your view on holding crypto? Be careful. That's my view. Be careful. That's all I gotta say. I hold crypto. You gotta be careful. You gotta have a strategy. You gotta have a plan. All right, because this game is brutal. These markets, we're in a key time in history. I hope y'all realize that, right? Seeing these metals break all-time high, the history has never seen this. All right, seeing these metals and other asset classes, they're in high alert territory. I think we're in black swan territory. You know what I'm saying? Like black swan territory, meaning any little thing can ignite these markets to make them extremely volatile, where they might drop down, take out everybody, and then go back up. So be careful. That's my view right now. Be careful, because I'm a trader. I'm giving you from a trader's perspective. All this hodl for dear life and shit, okay? Two things gonna happen. You're gonna get liquidated, or you're gonna miss opportunity to pay yourself. Because we can't sit there. We don't have enough time like they do. We don't have the time how smart money institutions do. We don't have that time. Or the capital. That's gold. Like I said, copper breaking all-time highs. Like I said, history, man. I own physical copper. You know what I'm saying? I own some copper jewelry. And just to see copper start to appreciate, copper might be fucking $10 before you know it. It might be $20 before you know it. It's just amazing. These metals are the primary markets right now. They're resetting the market. So they're showing you, before they even touch crypto, they're repricing the metals. Before they even reset crypto, they're repricing the metals. I just wish I would have bought more silver. But I was focused on crypto at the same time. I was buying silver and crypto. Now that I look back at it, I was like, damn, silver was the better investment. I made good money on crypto, but silver is sound money. So yeah, copper, man, fucking copper. If you can get some copper, get you some copper. It's at a premium right now, but definitely looking to get some copper. And then looking at the dollar index. This is a monthly time frame on the dollar. Very indecisive, very just all over the place, the dollar. So the range for the dollar is these lows. I see relative equal lows in here. So the dollar looks very bearish. This is the range from these lows up to that high. we're leaving the premium. All right, we're leaving the premium side of the range, and now it's coming down. So it's currently a risk on environment for assets. So really, they're manipulating crypto, and they're allowing the metals to do what they do as the dollar comes down. The dollar, as it comes down, metals are going up. That's what metals are, the real money. They hold the real value. All right. So, man, yeah, man, I appreciate y'all time, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all all night, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. All right. I'm gonna try to do this more often. But really, to be honest, I'm over here locked in. I gotta get ready. I gotta set my charts up for the upcoming day. You know what I'm saying? I don't just follow crypto. We over here trading futures. Let's come over to the futures right quick. Let me show you the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ futures, all right? So we over here in the futures markets. If you haven't seen my channel, I've been posting more about that lately. I'm going to post a video after this of a trade I took early in the morning. But this is the NASDAQ. As you can see, this is the NASDAQ futures contracts. And this is what we trade every day. There's opportunities in this. Now, this looks kind of crazy, right? It is crazy. This market has not been easy, but we're getting in here every day finding opportunities, all right? Every day finding opportunities. And we're going in there as a short-term mindset trader. We're going in there finding opportunities. Right now, it's, what time is it? Asia. It's the Asia session. All right, it's Asia session. I'm primarily a New York session trader, so I like to trade in the mornings for New York. If you somebody over across the lake in another country, you might be a London trader. You might be an Asia trader. But these are the markets where we find opportunities and we learn how to survive and eat while everything else goes down. You know what I'm saying? You can pay yourself. I mean, fast money. You got to learn the skill first, though. You got to learn the skill. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, I'll open up the mentorship again. But right now, I'm just chilling right now. So, bullish right now. It's consolidating. We got some equal highs up here. Let me show you right quick. Let's come over here for the NASDAQ. So the market opens at 9:30. You can trade before 9:30, but the official market open for the stock market is at 9:30. Let's go down to a 1 minute time frame. I'm gonna show y'all something, then I'm gonna get up out of here. So you got 9:30, right? I'm gonna draw that out. 9:30 a.m. right there. This vertical trend line, I'm gonna color it white. I'm gonna give it a white color right there. That shows you that this market is at 9:30. That's the opening bell for the market. So 9:30 to 10, 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. This small little window every day could give you an opportunity to start earning extra income, earning you shit. This little window in time can remove you from your job. All right. This can replace your job. This little window. Now, does it happen every day? No, but a high percentage of the time it happens. So what does the market do at 9:30, y'all? Y'all paying attention? At 9:30, it drops down. Look to the left. When it drops down, what does it seek? You see these lows in here? What are these lows right here? Come on now. Let me get some participation before I get up out of here. What are these lows in here? What are these lows in here? What do we call that? Who knows? Come on now. We drop down at 9:30. The market opens up at 9:30. It drops down. And when it drops down, what is it doing? Let me slide this over. When it drops down at 9:30, what is it doing? Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me in the chat. What is it doing? There you go, Daryl. It drops down and it takes out sell side liquidity, right? Yep. Now, watch this. After it takes out liquidity, at 9:30, you're going to start looking for the first, check this out, specific rules. Once we cross over at 9:30, you're going to look for the first presented fair value gap. The first fair value gap that presents itself. So I'm on a 1 minute time frame. So 9:30 is this drop down, and then you're looking for the first presented fair value gap. So every candle goes by. So you got 9:31, 9:32, 9:33, 9:34, 37, 38. Right here at 9:39 a.m., all right? 9:39 a.m. The first presented fair value gap forms right there. So watch this. I'm gonna highlight that. I'm gonna highlight the area right here. Let me show you. I'm gonna highlight this right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna label it first presented fair value gap right there. So that pink shaded area, that's the first presented fair value gap. So what it does is it trades up, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna enter, boom, right there. See how it trades back down into it? And what does it do when it trades back down to it? It goes up. Look to the left. What does it take out? Buy side liquidity. Takes out the buy side liquidity, right? And now look, we're only a few minutes in. We're not, it's only, when it does that, it's only 9:45 in the morning. So this right here, 9:30 to 10 a.m., that's the first 30 minutes of the market being open. The first 30 minutes. You're going to look for the first presented fair value gap. It trades back down into it one more time. It accumulates. What are they doing in here? They're accumulating orders. Accumulation inside of that pink shaded area. And then what do they do? Boom, displace a higher. And they rally up just like that. And guess what? That's life-changing money. That right there can replace your 9 to 5. Would you rather, check this out. Would you rather, first of all, let's put the math behind it. Let's put the math. Let's do some math, all right? Let's do the math. So from entry right here up to the high right here, let's say right there, that is 309 points. That is 309 points in the NASDAQ. So would this method work in crypto? You have to go test it out and see, because guess what? I don't trade crypto. I trade futures. I invest in crypto, but I trade futures. Check this out though. Let's put the math behind it. That's a 309 point run in the NASDAQ. Now there's NASDAQ micros and there's NASDAQ minis. The micros are the smaller contracts affordable for retail. Once you scale up from micros, you can start trading the minis, which are the big boys. The minis are the heavy contracts. So let me explain the difference between the two. The micros for the NASDAQ are $2 per point. This price run went 309 points. So let's do this. You're going to take 309 times 2. $2 per point for the NASDAQ micro. That move right there from that first presented fair value gap right here up to this high up here, that's $618, all right? How long did it take? That took about 2 hours and 39 minutes, or excuse me, 2 hours and 30 minutes. So how many, now this is how you look at it. How many employers are going to pay you $618 in 2.5 hours? How many, I'm going to say it again. How many employers are going to pay you $618 in 2.5 hours of your time? And you didn't do nothing physical. You didn't have to leave your house. You didn't have to, you can be anywhere. You can be anywhere remote as long as you got internet access. How many people are going to pay you, $618 in 2.5 hours? All right, that's for the micros. Now check this out. Let's factor that in for the minis, which are the big boys. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, for the minis, every point is $20 compared to the micro. Every point is $2 for the micros. For the minis, every point is $20. So you're going to take 20 times 309 points. That's $6,180. $6,180. Now, again, who's going to pay you $6,180 for 2.5 hours of your time? Who's going to pay you $6,180 for 2.5 hours of your time? Now, granted, you got to have more equity. You got to have a little bit more capital to do so. But hell, $618 for 6 hours and 30 minutes. There's not too many people that's going to pay you that in the real world. So that's why this skill is very valuable. This skill is very valuable. And I just showed you a strategy that forms every day Does it pan out every day? No, because you're gonna get stopped out sometimes. But for the most part, every day there's gonna be a first presented fair value gap entry, and what does it do? It starts going higher, and what is it targeting? When it goes higher, it's targeting the buy side liquidity, which is up here, and it taps this higher time frame level right there, and you're out the market. Nico, how much would you recommend to have in a trading account for the mini and micro? So micros, first of all, before you even think about trading, you got to learn the skill. So I'm not even gonna lead you wrong. You got to learn this shit because you got to demo it. You got to practice. But it all comes down to how good you are as a trader. So let's start with the micros, because nobody in here is ready for the minis, because even if you got the money, you're not ready for them. You hear what I'm saying? Even if you got a lot of capital, and you don't know what you're doing, you're not ready for the minis, because you will blow all your capital because you don't know what you're doing. But let's say for the micros, you can start off with $5,000. You can start off with $2,000. Hell, I'll show you. Let's go to futures. Let's go right here. This is one of the brokers that I use. Let's go to indexes, and let's just go look at the NASDAQ, the micro NASDAQ right here, micro. All right. So right now, because the volatility is high, a few weeks ago, this was like $300, $400. They just required you to have that much to trade futures. All right. For the micros. But since the volatility in the markets have been very wild lately, they have increased this to $1,000. All right. All right. So right now you just need $1,000 just to go trade the micros. You want to see the mini? The NASDAQ mini right now, right here. Right now for the NASDAQ mini, you need $10,000 right now. You need about 10 grand just to trade this. A few months ago, it was like $5,000, $6,000. But because of the volatility, the brokers can raise the margins at their discretion. So right now, they're really protecting people, because people can get hurt if they don't know what they're doing. And most people not teaching you this, what I'm showing you. This is another level of what, So look at the E-mini S&P. Look at the S&P, the micro S&P, very affordable. Right now, $664. That's all you need right here to trade the micro. But the S&P mini, you need $6,600 to trade that. So this is my rule of thumb. If they say, okay, I need $6,000, let me put $10,000 in there. If they say I need $600, let me go put $1,000. Let me put $1,200. Let me put $2,000 in there, just to give yourself some cushion in the buffer. So there you go. No one will pay you like you pay yourself. Yep. Do you recommend any prop firms? No, the prop firms are going through shit right now. This is my recommendation. I recommend that you work your job. Continue to work your job. Just like y'all put all your money into crypto. It's no fucking different. You was willing to work your job, and every penny that you could scrape up, put it into crypto. Well, same with this. Every penny that you make at your job, you put it in a savings account, and you prepare yourself to have a broker account. All right. Your broker account is just like a bank account. You can withdraw it. You can send it to whatever account you want. But you save, if you got a savings, you save up, you put that shit into a broker account. And now you have the equity, all right? Now you have the capital to go do something. So you work your job and you learn. So you work your job and you learn. You learn how to trade. You practice. You don't use your real money. You practice. Because guess what? You got a free demo account. You can paper trade. You can practice for free as long as you want. There's no rush. Because guess what? This ain't going nowhere. There's no rush to this. So you practice. Keep practicing. And then when you get to a point where you see what I'm outlining, you see how I'm showing you the moves in the market, the ups and the downs of the market, all these price swings, etc. Once you understand that, then guess what? Then you can participate in trading real money. I don't forget risk management. No, don't forget risk management. So 1-2 trades per day. Are you disciplined enough to only take 1 or 2 trades per day? All right. In the beginning, you're going to find it very difficult that you might be impulsive. That's something I had to work through. Yep. Lenny, you work a full-time job. That's what I recommend, bro. Work your job, save money. Your job is your leverage, man. Your job is a tool. See, this is the thing with crypto. Like, crypto is like, it's the long game. With this, you don't have to wait. You can work your job and find times to do this and don't have to spend all day doing this. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You don't have to spend all day trying to do this. Nico, heard that I'm still on paper trading. Just wonder where I can start. Well, Nico, you can start whenever you want or where. You can start at any time. My recommendation to you is learn the skill. Learn it first and don't rush the process. This is a long journey. Learning this is a long-term skill. It's no different than becoming a doctor. All right, it's on that level. All right, this is very technical. So don't start it and then turn around and like, hey, I don't want to do this. Let me show you right quick. Let me show y'all. Let's go to my channel right quick. Let's go to my channel because I've been posting. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I've been posting a little bit. I'm gonna post one after this too. Start posting my examples. I mean, my channel's full of examples. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see, boss vision. Why my shit ain't coming up? There it is, right there. So look this. I posted this 3 days ago. How I made 1,317 minutes using high frequency ICT model. All right, ICT is my mentor, by the way, if y'all don't know. ICT. All right, this ain't no bragging or nothing. This is just skill. I don't even care about the money. All right, I don't care about the money. Right, I just want to master and perfect the craft, the skill. It's not about the money. It's about execution and performing for me. So look, this was like early in the morning. All right, I dropped down to a 15-second time frame. 15-second time frame. Right, I'm going long. I'm looking to go long during the London session. So this is me. Just waiting for a setup. Boom. I already see a fair value gap forming. You see this right here? I don't know if you can zoom in. That area right there, that's a fair value gap that's forming, and I see it before it happens. So I'm sitting here ready for it to drop down into it, and when it drops down into it, I'm going to execute. So let it play. Let it play. So boom, it forms, and boom, I'm entering right there. I'm actually trying to enter the trade how a algorithm will. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to enter the trade like an algorithm will enter the trade because these things are ran by algorithms. So as it trades down into the gap, I'm executing 12 contracts. Doom, 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 just like that. 12 contracts. All right. Now, boom, just like that. I'm not lying when I say it takes 7 minutes. I'm looking for my exit instantly. I'm instantly looking for my exit. Just like that. And now price is bullish, order flow is bullish, and I'm sitting here manning the trade. Look, I roll my stop loss to break even. So check it out. If I get stopped out, I lose nothing on this trade. I lose nothing on the trade. I roll my stop loss. There's no risk. After I do that, then I highlight the fair value gap right there. And then look, price goes in my favor. It rallies. And now it's time. Now you got to wait for time, because if you don't know, that's another element that I don't talk about, is the time element. Some of y'all know about it, but there's timing to this. Timing it. They say you can't time the market though, but here it is, execution. So right now I'm into the position now. What I'm thinking is I'm trying to think like, okay, what do I want to take for profits? So what I'm looking at right now, I just drew out this trend line right here. And that's the level where I'm looking to take partials at right there. I got 12 contracts on. I don't need to hold these all the way. I don't even need the full move. I'm just looking to scale out my position. So I'm looking like, okay, where did I see? Well, we got this buy side liquidity right here. So let me get out right there. So let me continue. I see another BTC forming. That's what it just traded down into. That could have been an entry right there. 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 That could have been trades back down into the fair value gap. And I actually sped this video up. This trade took it took 7 minutes, but the video is like 3 minutes, so it's not that long. And look, I say first target here. I want to tell myself, that's just me showing off for the video. Just first target here so we can get it understood. Like, hey, I want to take profits right here at this level. This is considered high frequency trading as well. Now, the whole time, y'all might be looking at the money. I'm not looking at the money. I'm looking to see if price is going to go to these levels because that's what an algorithm is supposed to do. That's what I'm doing. I need to see price perform algorithmically and cleanly. So boom, look at that, spikes up. So what I'm doing is I'm preparing. As soon as it gets there, I'm taking off, I want to say 8 contracts. So I got 12 contracts on, I'm taking off 8 right there. Because when I take off those 8, I'm paying myself, boom, just like that. So now I'm down to 4 contracts. It went there, down to 4 contracts. Now I secure more profits in case it stops me out. I'm locking in the profits. And then my next target is my terminus, where I thought price will go. Right there. So that's what I'm aiming for. And I want to say, hey, target here, and let's watch, see if price goes up there. And this is what I'm trying to teach y'all. What I just did on this channel earlier, I was back testing. I was showing y'all how to back test. And then look how price goes up there. I'm doing this real time. So you're doing it real time. And I'm just adjusting my target a little bit, trying to get a little bit more precise with it. And as soon as it goes up there, it's going to clear the order out. And it didn't take long. Remember, this is on a 15-second time frame as well. So 7 minutes, yeah, on a 15-second time frame. And just for confirmation, I show you my executions, where I enter, where I exit. Boom, just like that. And that's the trade. And that took 7 minutes. So that's why I say, can y'all do this? Can y'all do this? I think everybody in here could do this. If you put your mind to it, if you really want it badly. And look, you know what I'm saying? Who's going to pay you $1,300 in 7 minutes? XRP, when it's not moving, crypto ain't paying me $1,300 in 7 minutes. It can, but it's not. If you can do that repetitively, you don't even need to do that every day. You can do that once a week. You can do that twice a week. And that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. Once a week, twice a week, match your salary at your job, outperform your salary at your job, and then replace your job. That's all you need to do. But that's going to be it for tonight, man. I appreciate y'all joining. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I ain't going to hold y'all much longer. Hopefully I inspire some of y'all. Anything in this live stream, y'all can go back and watch. Rewatch it and pick up on some of the concepts that I taught you. Just watch the replay. Go watch the replay. It's there. I did some teaching in here, some little introductory teaching. But go back and watch the live stream. I'm going to try to do more of this. Not every day, but I'm going to do more of this over time. And I appreciate y'all joining. Before y'all leave out, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. Subscribe if you didn't subscribe. But I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.